Hey everybody, it's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia, and this is a workout for seniors, individuals who are obese, and anyone with limited mobility.
We're going to be providing both seated and standing variations, so we encourage you to make this workout your own.
The only equipment that's required for today's workout is a chair and either a light pair of hand weights or a couple of water bottles.
Follow along with us. We're going to get started with a nice little light warm-up. The first thing that we're going to do is going to be an arm crossover. So go ahead, have those palms facing down, a little slight bend in our elbows, nice and slow and relaxed during this warm-up. Again, it's just the warm-up, just trying to loosen up and raise our overall body temperature. We're going to alternate which arm is on top.
And if you're seated like I am throughout the entire workout, it's good to practice just keeping your core nice and tight. Keep your belly button drawn in towards your spine.
And go ahead and scoot up a little bit on that front of the seat. You don't want to be seated all the way back, and that way you're going to be tempted to lean back on the chair. So again, just keep that core tight. Let's go ahead and do this one for just 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Okay, next we're going to loosen up that posterior chain, your lower back, hamstrings, and glutes. Go ahead and place your hands on your head. If you're standing, a little slight bend in your knee. Either way, we're going to drive those hips back as we bend over using your hips as a hinge until your upper body gets to about parallel to the ground, and then back up. This one is all about those hips. Not going to squat down at all. It's all in our posterior and back side. Keeping that back straight, core tight. And if you can't quite go down as far as we're going today, that's totally okay. Do what you can, and over time, come back, repeat this routine. Your mobility will improve. Just getting a little bit better every time you come back and do this. Making sure to breathe throughout. Good. Let's do this one for just 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. We're going to move into an overhead press. So no weights, just our own, the weights of our own arms. Good posture. Shoulders are back. Go ahead and reach up and pull back down. Reach up and pull back down. And as you're pulling down, go ahead and pull down from those elbows. And then reach up as high as you can reach up overhead. Trying to keep good posture. And also trying your best to reach straight up and not out in front of you. Again, this is just another dynamic warm-up move that will also work to improve your mobility. Excellent. Keep it up. Core stays tight. Shoulders are square. We're not counting any repetitions today. It's just about getting in as many reps as you can in a lot of time period. Working at a pace that you feel comfortable with. Let's do this one for 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we got a classic move next, but it's just so good. I always use it. Just a good old march in place, just to allow our heart rate to come up. Go ahead and keep both elbows bent and bring up opposite arm and knee. Again, core stays tight. If you can't get that knee up very high, that's okay. Just try to get your foot up off the ground. And if you feel good right now, you can go ahead and get that knee all the way up until it's about parallel to the ground. You decide which is right for you. Stay nice and light on your feet. Don't want any big clanks or thuds on the ground. If you have neighbors underneath you and you're in an apartment, I don't want your neighbors to hear you. Excellent. Good. Focus on that breathing. We're going to do this one for just 10 more seconds. Last one in the warm-up. You got it. I want you to, throughout the course of today's workout, I really want you to focus on what brought you here today to begin with. What is it that motivates you? What drives you? What are we working on? All right, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent. Okay, first one, we're going to do a star crunch. So we're both going to have our hands up and out to the sides, legs a little wider than shoulder width. We're going to bring opposite elbow to opposite knee the best you can. And now you might not totally have the range of motion needed to get that elbow all the way to the knee, and that's okay. You might just be right here. But I want you to try your best. And again, as you repeat this routine, you'll get a little bit better at it.
And if you notice, of course, I'm been sitting on the edge of my seat here. So you may just want to scoot up a little bit. That way you can go ahead and get that nice crunch as you bring your elbow to your knee.
Yeah, as you bring the elbow to your knee, you're actually bringing your upper body in and contracting those abs. Great one for the core, for our legs, shoulders, and arms. And again, we're moving at a pace that you feel comfortable with, whatever that may be. Just the overall goal is to just keep moving throughout the course of this workout. If you got to switch it up and change versions from the seated to the standing, do so as needed throughout this routine. Excellent. Breathe, guys. You're doing great. Let's keep this one up for just 10 more seconds. You got it, one right into the next. Feel those abs contracting. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Okay, we're doing a lower body move next. I'm going to do a split squat. Claudia's going to do a one leg press. My feet are shoulder width apart. I'm in a staggered stance. Hands are on my hips. And I'm dropping that back knee straight down.
And for my variation, I am leaning back at a 45-degree angle, holding on to the sides of my chair and pressing my heel out and bringing my knee in as close as I can to my chest.
If you're doing my variation, you don't have to get all the way down if you can't quite do it. If you're just right here today, that's okay. Just dropping straight down. And ideally over time, we're working towards a point where we get both those knees to a 90-degree angle. We're going to split time on each side, so we'll switch halfway through. Either way, we're keeping our core nice and tight. Focusing on that breathing. I'm going to keep reminding you throughout. It's so very important. Excellent job, guys. You got it. Let's go ahead and switch sides here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, switch sides, opposite leg, and right into it. All right, again, as those legs start to burn a little bit and you start to ask yourself, why am I here today? What am I doing? It's important that you keep that goal, whatever it is that you're working on, at the front of your mind, not at the back of your mind. What are you here to achieve? What are you going to get that much closer to by the end of this workout? Think about it, whether you're trying to lose weight, get back in shape, just be better at your overall daily activities, pick up your grandchildren, your kids, whatever it is. You got to think about it, keep it in your mind, focus on it. So very important. All right, let's hit this one for just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent. Okay, legs are going to get a break. Let's go ahead and pick up those light hand weights for the next one. I'm using light dumbbells. Claudia's using water bottles. Hands are at our chin. We're going to do a side-to-side punch. So we're punching to the right and to the left. Keep those hands back. Bring your hands back to your chin after every punch. If you're doing the standing variation, keep a slight bend in your hips and in your knees. And as we punch, we're twisting side to side. So it's not just our arm that's moving, right? But instead our whole core and torso. As we went side to side, we're engaging that core as well as those obliques.
Good little ab workout without having to get down on the ground.
Exactly. Any ab workout that we can do without crawling on the ground is a good one in my book. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Again, move at that pace that you feel comfortable with, whether that's faster than us, slower than us, whatever it is. We're just so thankful that you're here, you're working, and you're getting closer to your goal with every single punch. Boom. You got it. Keep it up, guys. Okay, we're going to transition now into a high punch. So still punching, still right to left, but we're punching straight ahead and up. So I guess the way to think of it, act like you're punching somebody who's about a foot taller than you. Alternating right then left. Bring those hands back to your chin. And don't worry about your punching form here. We're not training to be a professional boxer. Just getting the fitness aspect out of it. Go ahead and twist that hand and point with your thumb. Is an overall good visualization to have as you're doing these punches. Being sure to get that full extension and then bringing it all the way back to your chin. Good. Okay, we're going to move on to a hook punch now. So side to side, elbows are bent. We're going side to side again, engaging that core every single time. Good. This is the last one in our punching sequence. We're working those shoulders, working that core, getting that heart rate going. Everything's working. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. We're getting a lot of work in a short period of time today. Total body workout, gaining strength and cardiovascular endurance, as well as burning some calories and fat along the way. Keep it up, guys. You're doing great. Let's hit this one for just 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm actually going to use my seat for the next one, so we'll both be doing the seated variation. We're going to do a lower body move. We're going to do a knee raise plus leg extension. So coming into that front half of your chair, bring one knee up and then extend at the knee, reverse it, back down. Left leg, knee up, extend, back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1 into the next. And at the top of that leg extension, I want you to squeeze your quadricep up at the top. Feel it working, engaging. Excellent.
Keep your core nice and tight.
If it's a little too hard for you on this one to sit straight up, you can do so with a slight lean back. It'll make it just a little bit easier, requires a little less mobility. And if when you're doing this one, you're just your legs don't quite bend the way they used to, and you can't quite get your leg all the way up and parallel to the ground, that's all right. If you're down here, do what you can. It's all about those small little improvements day in and day out that eventually get you to that long-term goal. We're just putting in the work right here, right now, getting a little bit better, rep by rep. Keep it up, guys. Nice work. Good, feeling it. Legs are starting to feel good. Hope yours are too. Let's do this one for just 10 more seconds. Working at a pace that you feel comfortable with. Pushing yourself because nobody else can do it for you. Let's hit this one for 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm going to put my chair back to the side. We're going to need our hand weights for this next one. If you're using them, if you're just using your arms, that's cool too. We're going to do a straight arm jack. So we're going to start with our hands by our chin, pressing those dumbbells straight up. And at the same time, I'm going to alternate my right and left legs.
And for my variation, I'm going to be kicking my legs out to the side and right back to the starting position.
You decide which variation is right for you today. If you're doing my version, keep a slight bend in the leg and that knee that's on the ground. It'll help you keep your balance. Good. This one's going to work both those legs, your core, and of course your shoulders and triceps, which I'm sure you're already feeling. Keep it up, guys. You're doing great. Get into a little rhythm with this one. Good. You got it. Getting the heart rate up with this one. Feeling good. Let's do this one for just 10 more seconds. Almost there. Keep working, guys. We're right there with you. Thousands, maybe millions of people at home doing the same thing. We're all working together. Come on, HASfit tribe. Where you at? You got it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. You can go ahead and set those hand weights down for the next one. We're going to do a straight leg raise and twist. Go ahead and place your hands on your shoulders. We're going to go one side at a time. Go ahead and bring up one straight leg, and we're going to twist into that side. You decide, how far you can raise that straight leg. If you feel good and you want to get it up, cool. If you can only get it up to about a 45-degree angle, that's okay too. But we're twisting into that leg and engaging that core. Excellent.
Ooh, definitely feel that burn in my midsection.
Ooh, it must be working out there, guys. We must be working. That's good. Because that burn, that feeling, that challenge, that's where change happens. So rep by rep, putting in that work to get that change. You're doing great right here. Let's switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Opposite side. Now switch it up and keep it moving. Keeping your balance if you're standing up. Slight bend in that knee on your opposite leg if you are doing the standing variation. Twisting into that leg. Keeping your core nice and tight. Good posture on this one. Excellent work, everybody. Making sure to breathe throughout. Whatever you do, do not hold your breath. You will regret it. It will catch up with you if you do. Nice work. Keep it up, guys. Let's hit this one for just 10 more seconds. Rep by rep, right here, getting after it. What are you working on? What's your goal? Think about it. 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent job.
Excellent.
We're going to do the whole cool down routine from a seated position. And the purpose of this cool down is to allow your heart rate to come down slowly and at the same time to improve your mobility a little bit. So the first move we're going to do is going to be a seated figure 4. One knee bent at a 90-degree angle. Take your opposite leg, bring it up, just kind of like you're crossing your legs. And best you can, bring that shin and that foot closer to you. And you're going to feel a stretch all in your hip flexor, your glutes. And if you need a little bit more stretch while keeping your back straight, you can slowly come forward. And again, you got to keep your back straight while doing this. You don't want to hunch over, but keeping your back straight, you can come down. And that'll really give you an extra stretch. But if you're feeling the stretch from right here, that's totally okay too. On all these static stretches, our goal is to get to a point where you feel a stretch, but not where it's painful. Let's switch sides in 3, 2, 1. All right, opposite side, slowly down. Kick that opposite leg up. And next one back into it.
Oh, I'm definitely tighter on my left side.
Oh, I am too. We had a good workout yesterday and today. And definitely feeling a little bit of tightness, and that's totally normal. All right, that's why we're doing this. We're taking care of our body, a little restoration work. Excellent. Let's hit this one for just 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, go ahead and place that leg down. Next one we're going to do is an internal shoulder rotation stretch. Go ahead and place one hand either on your hip, or if you have extra flexibility, you can place it behind your hand, behind your lower back. You decide which one is right for you. Reach over with your opposite hand, and I want you to gently
definitely tighter
pull
on my left
that
side
elbow
than my
forward.
right.
Now, you're not going to get a lot of range of motion on this, and that's not meant to be, but this is a great one to loosen up those shoulders. Again, if you haven't done this one before, you're probably going to feel some tightness on this one, and that's all right. It's to be expected. If you can't quite reach your elbow, that's all right. You can pull it forward here on your forearm. Again, just about making this routine your own. And let's switch sides in 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it, that arm loose. The opposite side hand either on your hip or just behind your back. Reach across and gently pull forward. Good, just pulling forward and holding, feeling that good stretch.
You really don't need that much range of motion before you feel it.
No, I mean, an inch maybe, 2 at the most. Just hold and breathe. Excellent. Let's do this one for 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we're going to kick out one leg, one straight leg. We're going to do a hamstring stretch next. So with that one leg straight, let's go ahead and hands on your hips and gently bend over at your waist, keeping this leg straight. And you should feel a big stretch in the back of your leg. Key on this one is to keep your back straight as you bend over. Again, not here, because then you're not going to feel that stretch. But instead, back stays straight and then bend over until you start to feel that stretch in your back of your leg.
And again, you may not have to go very far before you really begin to feel that stretch.
Totally. You might not even, honestly, just right here may do it for you. So again, you decide which is right for you. Okay, we're going to transition now into a calf stretch. So from this same position now, I want you to take your toes and pull those toes back to you. And now we're emphasizing your calf. And you should start to feel a big old stretch in that calf. Good. And with all these static stretching moves, our goal is to take it to about 85 to 90% of what you're capable of, and that'll make sure that you're getting a good stretch without hurting yourself. Let's do this one for 3, 2, 1, 0, up. All right, on that same side leg now, we're going to do a quadricep stretch. So let's scoot a little bit to the side of our chair that leg is on. Let's go ahead and slowly bring that leg back behind you. And the further that foot goes back, the more stretch you're going to feel in your quadricep and in your hip flexor. So for you, right here might be all it takes, and that's okay. You decide what's going to be right for you. Keep good posture. And feel that stretch. You can lean back just a little bit if you really want to get a little extra stretch. Again, kind of play with the move a little bit. And you're aiming for that big stretch down your hip flexor and in your quad. Good. Hold it. And we're just holding for 5 more seconds. That's it. And 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, so we're going to go through that same little leg sequence now on the opposite leg. So let's hit that hamstring stretch first. So opposite leg, that straight leg out. And then hands on our hips, and we slowly come down with our back straight until we feel that stretch in the back of our leg. Excellent. Ooh, I feel it. Again, I feel it in my left one here. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. Doing great. We're almost done. It's that time of the workout where you should be proud of yourself for what you've achieved. You know, it's not easy to, when you're on your own, to take the initiative to work out. And you did that today. You finished. You feel good about yourself. Come back tomorrow and do it all over again. Next, let's do that calf stretch. Bring that toe up and towards us. And we're going to feel that calf stretch now. Feels good. Getting just that much closer to the end. Breathe. Nice, slow, big, deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And 3, 2, 1. All right, let's scoot over to that opposite side of the chair, and let's hit that quad stretch next. But if you need to, you can use your hand to kind of get that leg back. And it just depends on your mobility right now. And get that quadricep and hip flexor stretch. Good posture. If you need to, a little lean back will really give you that extra stretch. This is the last one for the day, folks. You've made it. That's all she wrote. Be proud. Be proud. That's it.
Exactly. We're
feel
proud
good. Allow yourself to feel good about this. I mean, it's if working out were easy, everybody would be doing it, everybody be in shape, but they're not, right? I mean, it takes some willpower to get to this point. And let's do it for 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, slowly bring that leg up. And that's it, guys. You made it. I kick my chair over. Excellent work, Claudia.
A big round of applause and a pat on the back.
Yes, nice work out there. Thank you so much for working out with us today. If you enjoyed this workout and you've been working out with us for a while, we'd encourage you please go check out our Patreon page, where you can find out more about how you can support our mission of keeping these great workouts free.
And if you enjoyed working out with us today, we ask that you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you're notified every time we drop a brand new workout.
Make sure to check out HASfit.com, where we have hundreds of free workouts, free meal plans, and our free complete fitness programs.
And if you are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, come find HASfit, because we want to connect with you.
Thank you so much for working out with us today. It's been our privilege. I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.